Alright, we're back. Got another pack opening a little bit here, and then we're going to open these up, see what we get out of them, and then I'll probably play a game, and then we'll see what rewards we get from that. Let's just see what we get here. Okay. Live update came out, and got some pretty interesting stuff added. They got these new Player of the Month stat boosts, I guess you could say, depending on what it is. Like Player of the Month, Player of the Week. Player of the Month gets like +5 to all stats on the live cards and everything. Oh, there's a gold. Andrew Bailey. Haven't heard that name in a while. I don't know if we can get anything from that. Kind of doubt it. Let's look in our collection here, see what's up here. Is it Giant? Okay, Christian Arroyo. 2 Mets. Pretty sure. I'm trying to figure out the way this collection thing works, because I'm pretty sure I've had a lot of these guys already, like Steven Salza Jr. and pretty sure I've gotten before, and Irvin Santana I know I've gotten before. Liam Hendricks. I don't know why they. Maybe it's because they mess with something. I don't know. Huh. But see what we can do here. A little bit combining. Get that out of here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. Okay. Here, let's do this. This will be a little bit easier. I can really see what I got here. Okay. Let's do all those guys and Mitch Moreland. Okay. So let's do 1, 2. Let's do this. 75, 73. 69, 766. See if that gives me anything good. No. Okay. Oh, that's it. That's pretty good actually. But if it was a 17, you'd probably have a better overall. But let's see if I can get something. For the hell of it. No. No. Okay. That was a mistake. So we'll get these challenges. Dansby. And we'll just go into a game. 68 games into the season. Be playing Baltimore here. Okay. Conditioning's down on Scherzer, so I guess we'll boost him up. We'll put him all the way up because lately Scherzer hasn't really been doing too much for me, so we'll do it like that. And here we go at Camden Yards. And I don't play defense. I only play offense. It makes the game faster, number one. Plus, I'm not very good at pitching without giving up a ton of runs either. Huh. So, start off here. Oh, it's a Father's Day. Okay. So sometimes you get really lucky with like a leadoff homer, and then sometimes you get stuck with that kind of stuff. Those kind of plays. Okay. Missed that one a little bit. It's a pop fly. Get through this as quick as possible. There we go. There's a hit. Possibly a double. Yeah, there he goes. So that'll get me on the board. Hey, Anthony Rizzo. And you guys can kind of, if you didn't see my lineup in the first video, this is kind of the designated hitter lineup. I think I have, I've got Matt Adams playing first. I think I have Rizzo as my designated hitter. Yeah. Okay, so we go one up. We go Matt Adams up. Brandon Moss, I'm sorry, not Matt Adams. Brandon Moss up to bat. He's got a decent amount of homers. He's got 10. He does pretty well for me, which is why I have him in the 5 spot. He's not as good of a power hitter as like Rizzo or Beltre, but he still hits a good amount. And the reason why like Chirinos isn't up in one of those spots is because I like to have Chirinos in a spot where like they can, get some offense up, because his stats go up with the once we start winning. Chirinos' stats go up. At least his offensive stats do. So I like to put him in a spot where he can be used after, score, Let's see, is Ichiro. And really, I'd like to find Ichiro does all right defensively, but he's capable of home run hitting. But really, this Ichiro, really, if you want defense, and I feel like and maybe he just needs to be level reset. But I mean, I'm not gonna keep him that long anyway. He'll get replaced by a Cardinal, so doesn't really matter. Score a couple. Top of the order again. Top of the third. There's a double there. And you guys want to tip, I've always noticed that everybody puts their speed player there at the top of the batting order. And as you can see, Chris Owings has a 94 speed on normal conditions, so he's got great speed. It's a great card. It's one of my best cards I have, but as soon as the Cardinal comes along, he'll get replaced. I mean, sad, but that's the gist of it. It's just what's gonna happen. And this will be caught. That's 2 outs. What Machado? Here's Rizzo. And that's foul. And a lot of people ask, if you're ever in the chat rooms and everything, everybody asks if you swipe up or down or do you tap. I used to tap, and you get a few home runs from that. But somebody recommended that we swing down, and I started doing that. And you get a lot more home runs, I think, swinging downward. I've tried swinging up, and that doesn't work too well. Oh wow, that lined out right to him. I've tried swinging up, and that doesn't work too well. So really, if you're wanting any, tips on whether to, I say you can tap. I mean, I think it works better. Like if you're, starting out your game, if you're new to it, in your first couple seasons, you want to tap. You might get, quite a bit of home runs. But personally, I like the down swing. So I think you get more power under it because the swing comes down so it gets under that ball, which is what gives you home runs in, real life. So, 'cause you don't want to hit the top of the ball, you want to get under the ball and make it go, up and back out of over the wall. You want to give it some carry, but you got to have the height to do it as well. That was a bad pitch. I shouldn't have swung at that. If you haven't noticed, I get kind of antsy about hitting, and I'll swing at anything really. It's a bad habit, and I need to learn from it. Learn how to take the ball. And there's a home run. Look at that. 435. That's not bad. 8th home run of the season. Solo homer. Comes J.J. Hardy. J.J. Hardy's got a few home runs, but he's another guy who's better defensively, but he's got a good contact number, so I put him in my second spot in the lineup, but he hasn't been doing too great either lately, for real. Adrian Beltre usually produces pretty good. Multiple RBI games, sometimes multiple home run games. So again, he's 2 for 2. Make that 3 for 3. There's a single. Here we go with Matt Adams again. That will probably be, caught. Yep, that's out. So, no change. Still 2-2. Comes Brandon Moss. Over to first. That'd be the first out. Here comes Chirinos again. And, Chirinos probably has I think Chirinos and J.J. Hardy both tied now with 20 home runs, which is the most for this team. I think they're both in top 5 in the National League for home runs at the moment. I think they're 4 and 5 respectively. And that'll be probably caught out there towards the track. Still got a man on first. It's Colton Wong, 2 outs. And Colton Wong can hit too pretty well, actually. He's got quite a few home runs this year. And there's I guess a single since he didn't move. And a lot of people play with the manual running. And the reason why I don't is because sometimes, I'm, focused on looking at one guy and not the other. So that, it kind of messes me up and kind of screws me out of, runs. If, I hit one guy and don't hit the other and I'm not paying attention to the other guy running. It's just easier for me to have the computer, figure itself out. Let the AI run it. Getting shut out pretty offensively here. Only 1 home run a game this game so far. Usually it's there's a single. Yeah, see, I'm just now filling up the first bar on the mission. And it usually is at least 2 or 3 or 4 by now. That'll be out. Huh. You figure out what to do with Matt Adams, because it doesn't seem like he's fitting in too well. That's out. That was a bad swing. Let's see if we look here, tap on his stuff. Batting machine, he hits more accurately, slugging percentage increases. And then this professional, when the team's in the lead, his power and his contact and his eye all go up. You see, if you notice from earlier when he hit, when we were winning 1-0, his stats were a little bit better offensively, and they've gone down now since we're tied. There's a single out that. This left field. Here's a pitcher change, finally. Let's see if we can get a little bit. Nope, that hit right to him. Oh, he's safe. Okay. Huh. Got a little bit of speed on him, I guess, but I didn't think it would be enough to beat that throw out. Oh, there we go. There's a double. Nice. That might score the runner. Yeah, there we go. There's an RBI for Colton Wong. That'll make Torino's stats go up again, so that'll be good. Here, take the ball. Swing at that. Shouldn't have swung at it, but still, it's good that it, I might go ahead and work on J.J. Hardy's training a little more. I didn't think I want to do it all the way because I'm not going to keep him for long probably until I get a Cardinal shortstop, but might as well just go ahead and, level him up while I still have him in the lineup. See if we can finish this out. See if we can get some offense on this board. Get some more items from winning the game. There we go. There's a home run. There we go. That's why I like that downswing. You can take something real low and just, smash it out of the park. 431 feet. First batter of the inning. And Rizzo here is 4 for 4. He does pretty well for me. And that's a single, at least. So it'll be 5 for 5 on the day, which is great. Matt Adams hasn't hit today. He's 0 for 4, actually. 0 for 5 now. So that'll go as an error, I guess, on their part. Or it just won't count as a hit. Oh, Brandon Moss hasn't hit today either. It's weird. I might pull in pinch hitters here in a second. Ooh, shouldn't have swung at that. That was not great. There we go. It's a Matt Adams hit. Or Brandon Moss hit, rather. There we go. Here's Robinson Chirinos. There's that stat boost again. You can see that. Now up to 102, 105, and 86. Goes up, I think, about 7. That's foul. I think it goes up by 7 points. Ah, that's out. It might be a double play, actually. No, he's safe. Wow. So Matt Adams will score on his own. Won't be an RBI. Ichiro's another guy who hasn't hit. Apparently it's all been Harris, and he's not going to either. So there's that. Sangwano comes in to close. And the game ends close, 5-4. Yeah, there's a much better Ichiro right there. But, prime's a prime. But, I'd rather have my Cardinals. If I could get it. 2 basic player packs. I guess we'll see what we get out of them. If anything, we can open up another pack in the store. Oh. Thought I had used both. Yeah, there's a couple bronzes there. Or a couple normals there. Excuse me. There's a challenge there. And that'll be it pretty much for today. I'll go ahead and buy a pack from the store and see what's in there, but you know, it's not gonna be anything great. It'll be at the most a silver. We'll go ahead and do a combination probably one more time. So we'll do this. Yeah, normal. Hakeem Soria. So we'll go to combination here. And I guess we'll see what we can get here. Not gonna be anything special, but well, that'll be it for me today. Thanks for tuning in. If you like what you see, you know, subscribe, like, you know, I appreciate, you know, whatever, the views. I appreciate anything you guys will give me. So this will be me signing off.